taking it all out. So you certainly want to win this one, and we're straight underway into the threes. Give me a prediction real quick, Shogun. Who you got?
I want Oxygen to play Vitality again, but I don't think it's going to happen. I actually think they will take this. I know. I think that's the first time I've predicted Oxygen in forever.
Wow. I'm going G2. Okay. Mullet Man, JNapps. Look, I want to say there's some rumors that he's still got the mullet. I can confirm that he went and got a haircut straight away on the Sunday after Worlds. So that is not a mullet. That's a cleaned up, very, very, very neat haircut, which I'm not happy about.
I'm also very up for being wrong, because I would like to see the rematch. So Chicago and JNapps got each in each other's way. Chicago at least helps out by bumping on his way back. Shot towards the backboard. Atomic. It's an awkward position, actually, for that to land. Still managed to make good contact. Oh, wow. What a play. Oh, my goodness. And JNapps has to be equal to the shot.
Yeah, it does get back in time, this JNapps, but B2 now trying to force her own attack. Oxygen look comfortable in defense so far. JNapps trying to get to work off the corner, leaves it out. He's Joreous, though. He's up. It's a free set over the top. Atomic's there, but he misses. Huge whip. Exo's missed as well. What is happening? It's the upper final. This isn't lowers. Put it on net.
Oh, dearie me, Oxygen. Well, I was going to throw the question out there of, like, what Oxygen are we going to get today? I feel like Joreous is the player to watch. If he's on form, then they've got every chance of winning this. But they need the rest of them on form as well. They need them hitting the shots.
My. Early mistakes, but Atomic will be thanking his lucky stars that EXO didn't put that one away, as Oxygen still in control of this game for the most part. G2 a little bit rattled. JNapps did say well that Oxygen don't have the threes game. He gave credit to Joreous in the ones and the twos, but certainly in the threes he felt Oxygen didn't have it, but they have beaten Vitality in a 3v3 game, so certainly no slouches in this format.
It's kind of the last thing North America wants at the moment is, despite how strong Oxygen have been in this tournament to this point, they don't want to be losing to a team like Oxygen, who has kind of been written off. And for Oxygen, it is all about proving everyone wrong, that they have still got something in the tank. Nice clear. G2 have been mostly up against the defense, but they've been working their way back into this game in the last minute. Well, Oxygen really rue the fact that they did not score that shot.
Yeah, EXO should have put that one away. Joreous goes very high again. Tommy tries to pop it up, trying to force some sort of a counter, some sort of offense from G2, but EXO so fast. Gets one, gets two, looks to the bump on three. Crossbar again. Archie off the corner, goes wide.
Whoa. Chicago doesn't make contact, leaves it for Atomic, clears long. Pass off the wall, but you can already see G2 were waiting for it. JNapps doesn't decide to challenge. It controls the ball, EXO meets it. Now JNapps and Chicago on the break. Up, Chicago shot! And you're not gonna miss those when you've got Chicago.
JNapps with the perfect touch puts it back to Chicago behind Joreous. He's flat-footed. And the perfect finish, bottom right off the post. G2 getting the first on the board, and there's not much time left for Oxygen to get cooking.
You have to take your chances. Oxygen didn't. Now they're going to have to try and create another one. Whoa. EXO passes. Archie jumps back up immediately after he landed. Nice challenge, and Joreous got the reset.
What? Joreous, Archie's got the beat out, Chicago's there 50'd out, and Joreous has a reset off the ball, instantly boosted and put it past Atomic as well. You kidding? How has he done that? The innovation, the creativity, and just being able to improvise on the fly. And a kickoff goal, talk about improvising, JNapps has just undone all of Joreous' good work.
I'm so angry right now, and I'm not looking.
We've lost Shogun.
One of the best goals I've seen in so long.
And you've given it up by having a kickoff. What are you doing?
My.
Sorry, I'm back. The audio probably went weird there. I actually had to leave the PC.
We lost Shogun for a second.
I had to take a walk.
Ladies and gentlemen, those watching at home, we have complained about this in the last series, and here's another goal though. 38 seconds. Surely no kickoff goals. It's been 7 years of professional Rocket League, and there's still too many kickoff goals for nothing. What are they going to cook here off this one?
Jorius is just saying, guys, keep it simple, please. Just be there. Please be there. He's on the kickoff as well. He's managed to keep the ball as dead as it possibly could be. And now it's time to go into the open play. Ixo faked out the original shot. Now another one. And G2 are all grouped together. Now off the flick, Archie pushes away. Jorius from the ceiling. Can he get himself a hat trick?
It's messy gameplay, but that's suiting Oxygen. They did it against Vitality. It's a pop-up. Not sure if it's helping Atomic with low boost. Puts it down. Huge block out. Oxygen. But they get the last attack. Atomic's passed it forward. Chicago touch. Jnaps is there. To try and control this one. Looking for the ball to hit the ground. G2 will take that. We've got overtime now.
Oh, that's a nice kickoff actually for G2. It's time to see what can Jnaps cook. He tried to go for the ceiling pinch.
He went to Zen and just pinched himself instead. Perhaps realising his age, the old fella. He doesn't have that one in the locker just yet, Jnaps, but I like it. He's Joris off the sideboard. Chicago's missed. Huge fake out. Where is he? So here he is. Gets one, gets two. Floats on it for the reset. Fakes out. Jnaps does well.
Be a massive goal for shaping up the rest of this series. Atomic looking for Jnaps. Jnaps realized that he was not going to get there first. Oxygen are waiting. Had very good possession of the ball. Now Jorius with the hat trick attempt. Somewhere they would like to go to, but Chicago's recovery, again, phenomenal.
He's done so well there, and G2 just holding on. Chicago again is being a menace in the midfield. Here we go again. Huge fake out. Atomic pushing forward. It's just Archie back. Jnaps is up, trying to get it high. Gets one, gets two, but Joris clearing to the side, and one more as well. Here's Chicago, though. It's the reset. Goes low, tries to go to the pinch, but misses the ball. No.
Archie now fakes the original shot. Couldn't quite hit the hook shot. Oxygen need to be careful, though, in these positions. The goals that they have conceded have not been amazing. They give up some very weak goals when they're in offense. Jorius gets the reset again. Jorius is looking incredible at the moment.
And he's picking up that form from yesterday, as we said, taking down Zen 5-4 in a 1v1, but here is Jnaps again, pushing forward, but Archie right there, working the ball downfield. He's still got boost. Chicago, though, being that midfield menace, being that almost Radossin of G2, certainly working out so far. Jorius, that man you mentioned, showing the mechanics. Double commits coming through. It's messy gameplay still, both sides. Just kicking, scratching, biting, clawing their way for that one goal. A huge win in game one. Will be massive for either side.
Archie didn't find the pinch, can still control the ball. G2 doing a very solid job of gauging when to send the fake challenge, just keeping the line exactly where it has to be. Jorius, oh my goodness, he is cooking so much at the moment.
Just gets resets for fun, does Jorius. So much mechanics, and he's always had that mechanical ability, but just sometimes it's few and far between. The World Championships, he was disappointed with how he felt, just didn't feel comfortable. Didn't feel like he was in control, but certainly here at Gamers8, he's been very on point as Chicago working the ball forward for G2. Trying to get something going here. A huge boost grab. Archie's going to have none to work with now. Running the ball downfield. Chicago, more boost, but it's not in the right end for G2. Jorius has to backtrack.
Chicago tried to fake the challenge. Jorius happy to take it on the reset. He still has boost available. Didn't quite find the flick. Love to see Jorius mix it up a little bit, though. Just don't go for that every single time. G2 will start sending the early challenge. Archie, now with his own turn. It's him and Ixo. Archie finds a good challenge. Jnaps powers the ball long, and it's Jorius' turn to go yet again.
Chicago's been so influential in those interceptions through the midfield, blocking out those passes as well, but they're still not getting anything working down the offensive end. It's been all Oxygen. And Jorius right now, he's brought his own ball to the pitch. He's that kid that just brings his own and says, this is my rules, we're playing it my way. And just resets are automatic right now for that man Jorius as Jane Apps pushes forward. Could this be G2's chance? No way, says Jorius off the backboard there. Another reset as well. Oxygen, the demos of physicality. Eventually you feel like this G2 interception game might break down.
Oh, this is now a nice spot. Boost steal as well. Really push for too much more than that. G2 playing the long game here in what has turned into a long game. 9 minutes overall, 4 minutes of that in overtime. Nobody able to break through and find that winning goal. Maybe from this, Atomic again goes early.
Great touch.
Great touch. I feel like everyone's biting on the fake challenges though. No one's been able to read that. Both teams have done a phenomenal job of getting everyone to jump.
That's a great fake though, and maybe one more. Atomic is bumping. Look for everything. J-Naps has missed. The laser that usually is the Nap Man, not on target, but Oxygen still in trouble. This is it. Atomic gets it. G2 get the first. Almost 5 minutes of overtime.
Yeah, we saw him try and go through the in and out, had to go off the sidewall, and that was just far too much to have to do. And whilst we saw Jorius playing very well, it's also so important for G2 to get Atomic working. They need him. He was the one popping off in the ones games yesterday, and they need him to be as hot as possible when it comes to the twos and ones.
And now you'd think that Jorius, after beating Zen, will say, give me that 1v1. I know that you said, Atomic, he's got that hot hand as well. He dominated AJ yesterday, but Jorius, I mean, he's, well, technically one of, if not the best 1v1 player here in the tournament after taking the mantle off Zen. And we are going to get the 1v1 again. There it is. The 1v1 is locked in. Jorius taking on Atomic. 2 players undefeated in one so far. This should be an absolute doozy, Shogun.
I think Jorius has got the advantage here, but I mean, I was going to say about anyone that just beat Zen, to be completely fair. But this is a huge chance for Atomic, and if Atomic does get the win in this, what a phenomenal position for G2 to find themselves in. We know that they've got something good to work with in threes. To have the ones at that level as well is so huge.
It's everything in this tournament. You need players that are versatile. You need dynamic players, and right now this is 2 players that are in form. No excuses for either side here. Jorius and Atomic, both players that can step up on their day, be phenomenal ones players. We're underway.
So Jorius taking down Zen yesterday. Atomic taking down AJ. There'll be some question marks on that AJ win now, knowing what we know about the others now.
What a flick.
Question marks to exclamation points. Atomic is huge.
He just looked like he was playing it slow, and then out of nowhere, the change-up speed. Look at the flick, bang, gone. Jorius flat-footed, caught napping. Atomic, perhaps we're underestimating his 1v1 ability. You'd have to say that Jorius is the favorite coming into this, particularly off that win over Zen, but Atomic, he's still got it in him. Here's Jorius now, though. Has boost. Goes high. Looks for 1 more, 2 more. Tries to block it through Atomic. Great defense. And we'll get 2 for the measure as well. Great counter-attack.
Yeah, taking that to the other side. Gave Atomic the option. Not only to get the block, but he could then stop his car on the wall. Makes the recovery so much quicker. And Jorius was about 2 seconds behind in the 100-meter race. G2 looking towards Atomic and thinking, you know what? You've got this, buddy.
Yeah, the other players as well. Every team has talked about the nerves that the players that aren't playing feel, let alone the guy that's got everything going against him. As Jorius just sniped this one. No, Atomic gets back in time. 0 boost still. Jorius has to put it on net before he can pick up any pads. Goes 1, 2, and Atomic's back so far into his net that Jorius can just run that thing in.
Yeah, perfect plays from Jorius here. As soon as you've got that advantage, you need to try and force the play as quickly as possible. The fact that he took it up to that corner where 12 boost, you can do a lot of 12 boost. You can't save that shot though.
Nothing you can do at all there, as he just had to try and get out to the ball, but Jorius played it very well, and he's got boost again, got control, flick again, over the top. Jorius ties it up.
trying to look again from what Atomic was expecting. I think he was expecting a slower play. Maybe a challenge on the goal line. It seemed like he was setting himself up for it. And then the moment Joreus took the flick, it was, oh no, I've kind of misread this one here.
The first touch just had so much pace to it, and as you said, it really caught Atomic off guard, and it caught Atomic off guard again. Joreus, kickoff goals galore. They're acceptable in the 1v1, so I'll give you that.
Oh, Atomic actually failed the attempt to flip onto the floor, which would have given the pace increase. I don't think it necessarily would have helped him prevent the goal if he got it. But you want those recoveries on in a series like this, and especially in a game like this. Now Atomic with a chance, takes the early shot. That was so wasteful, and now he's got scramble back. Atomic not gonna get there. You can't take shots like that one.
So costly. It's almost a 3-shot for pressure, but Joreus is so quick to get onto it. It's an easy save. He almost put too much on the clear, but was still able to get around it in time. Atomic couldn't get back. Joreus was 2-0 down. All of a sudden, puts 4 unanswered goals on the board.
Oh, and Joreus is starting to run away with this here. Knew it was already in. Joreus has had the better recoveries from the kickoffs.
Great pop. Great pop over the top. Both had low boost, but Joreus knew that Atomic, if he's that low, he's going to have to dive at it, try and get something on the ball. All Joreus needs to do is get it over the top. Does well. 5 goals on the board, 5 unanswered. Could be 6 again. He's won every single kickoff. Goes the insta-flick. This time Atomic's ready.
There's Joreus waiting to see what Atomic goes for. Early jump from Joreus meant that the low challenge was available. Side challenge as well. Atomic flips into the floor, gives himself plenty of recovery room. That was perfectly played.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. That flip into the floor, just a fantastic 50. Look at his recovery. He was on the ground before the challenge even happened. Just landed so quick. Joreus couldn't get back in time. Atomic does get one back. So much time on the clock, but Atomic has to start winning these kickoffs.
Oh, delayed kickoff here from Joreus. I'm surprised that he mixed it up, considering he's had probably the better success from the kickoffs.
Definitely.
Probably just trying to keep him on his toes.
Boost grab there from Joreus is it's being so aggressive. It's working out. You have more momentum, more speed on the ball. He hasn't been caught overcommitting too much just yet, as Atomic has to back off, playing so safe, but getting caught out again. That's going to be another goal. Oh, Joreus should have scored that. Atomic, what can he do now? Is it going to be a 2-goal swing? Here we go. Flip reset. Joreus down there. Atomic just doesn't get anything on it. Could have been a huge punish from Atomic.
Yeah, Atomic had an argument with the ball, and the ball won. But Joreus, oh, dearie me, we can't allow that one to settle, and probably needs to get the next goal to not allow momentum to stop swinging down the other post. Well, it's jumpers for goalposts at the moment, because it seems like the goalposts keep moving.
And they just keep getting smaller or something. What is happening? Atomic now 100 boost, drops the free jump from a mile away, does get a touch on it when he's trying to land. Atomic right there, 0 boost. Joreus, everything in his control right now. Atomic manages to get the 100. Jumps up to avoid the early bump. Joreus staying around. The early flick, is it caught out? Yes, it has. Joreus can't clear it. It's a 1-goal game.
Just turned in, and then, yep. Realized a little bit too late that Atomic had played him for a full. 1 goal between them. And it's the little things in this one. There's not been massive outplays. It is all about the positioning.
Here we go. 100 boost for Atomic. Can he tie it up? He was 3 goals down, 2 goals up at the start of the game. He's got a reset. Goes behind. Goes behind. Joreus says good night. We got 5-5.
Oh, Joreus is supposed to be the hot hand. Atomic put him on ice. Froze him to the goal line. And put the ball into the net. 5 each. And G2 Esports, if they get this, will be ecstatic with their position. Joreus is going to start this off. He's got the boost. He's got the ball. He's almost got Atomic's car. Can recover from here. We're seeing Chris that he was on the wall. And he's on the post again.
Surely, he's still got boost. He's missed again. Someone give him a radar. The goals are right ahead of him. He's going everywhere. But there, Atomic again with a save. A minute 17 left. Can he find the net? There it is. Finally.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Oh, okay. Well, I was worried if you touched that, that might go anywhere.
Finally.
Darius was just getting the eye in. He now knows where all of the posts are. He's laser focused. Everything's going to be top corner every single time. See what Atomic's got from the kickoff. Oh, Darius actually went for the fake kickoff. I like it. And he's got the boost.
Big bump from Atomic, though, means he can grab that midfield boost. Or has he been caught out? Yes, he has. Darius saw him go for the mid boost and punished him for it.
Yeah, you saw the little flick of the camera there from Atomic. He knows what he just did was wrong. Definitely frustrated with himself. The task just got an awful lot more difficult.
2-goal game. 1 minute left. Atomic has won the kickoff. Should be able to grab both boosts. Darius has grabbed his corner, however, and ran it back. And this could be just where kills a little bit of time off the clock, Shogun. He knows the situation he's in. He doesn't need a score. He just needs to kill all the time he can.
Yeah, we saw this yesterday. Darius will play the clock. He's not going to go for a big outplay. This is all going to be challenges. And Atomic is going to have to be the one to push the pace. Just trying to get rid of Darius' car. That's not going to work. And instead, I feel like Atomic's put himself in a really bad spot now. He's going to have to just retreat, and that's so much time off the clock because guess who's not in a rush?
Oh, so smart. So smart from Darius. This is game, set, not match, but he will tie up the series. There's the sealer for good measure. And Darius is still undefeated in the ones. He's taken the scalp of Zen. And now he's got Atomic as well under him. As Oxygen, a huge Game 2 win. We've got a series.
Oxygen do need to find a freeze game win. They look good in the last one, but you know, you can look good all you want. That doesn't get you wins against G2 Esports. If they can't do that, then the ones, the twos, they will not matter. See if Oxygen can grab a freeze win up next.
Back to the 3v3. Archie and Ixo just been waiting in the wings, jumping into the free play. Same with Jane Apps and Chicago on the other side of things, but the tie game, it's now a best of 3. We're going to have potentially 2 more threes games and the 1v1 in between. Oh, sorry, the 2v2 in between. As the remaining
we are
game
guaranteed the twos game at the very least.
We are.
So that
maybe
should be
2 threes.
Yeah. Maybe. We have not gone to game 5 over between the two of us.
We haven't seen Neo Tokyo. What does it look like? I've forgotten what the map looks like. Game 5,
I can't remember
Neo
what the
Tokyo.
theme is.
Oh, for those that are probably switching between streams, over here on the B stream, we've had about 3 game 4s and the rest have been sweeps. So,
I mean,
we could...
this is only our second one that we've casted that's even gone to 4.
Yeah, well, it's been a bit, you know, when I say rough, or has it been smooth sailing? You know, it depends which way you want to look at it.
You know, it's been clean. We keep sweeping.
Glass half full, I say, but this could be the series. This could be the series in the upper final here of Group A where we could get our first game 5, at least over on the B stream.
So let's see then. Oxygen Esports. That time, I'm curious, when these players say that they're over in free play during the Swans matches, how much is actually achieved in that free play? Because, you know, we're also hearing everyone's just sort of watching the game.
Yeah, that's all you're doing. You're watching the game. Here we go. 3v3 underway. It is 1-1. Whoever wins this will be moving on into the 2v2 game, potentially to take out the series and move on to the playoffs. Everything on the line right now.
So G2 Esports will feel like they've got a distinct advantage in freeze. That advantage is quickly going away.
The bumps coming through early and the pressure off the kickoff. It's Atomic with a poor clearance. Didn't get a follow-up either. Chicago left him. Archie going for bumps. Furious going for bumps. Ixo sealing the deal. 1-0 for Oxygen.
I think we're seeing a pattern here, CJ, where the player that is involved in the 1s and 2s games kind of, you know, in the 2nd and 3rd freeze games becomes a much bigger factor. It just seems like playing the games back to back to back allows players to play a better game.
Yeah, it's almost like they've just had more time to be in the heat of battle. You know, we look at football players off a penalty shootout. Those players that have played 120 minutes, they've been in the heat of battle. They're up to the situation where
you had to bring this thing up where we lost the Euros because we brought up players from
whereas
the
when you come in fresh, Shogun, when you come in fresh, you haven't been in the heat of battle, experienced the pressure, you can certainly crumble. This is a similar situation here. That 5 minutes can cool you down. Whereas those 2-1 players, or at least the player that wins, is just ready to go, full of confidence.
Yeah, we'll call that one the England. If there's a Brazil, that one can be the England. Pass play, although that's the wrong player to pass it to. Archie, has he got it? Boost didn't need it. 2-0.
Oxygen out of nowhere. It was G2 in game 1 for the 3v3, but Archie with a huge beat in midfield, one over the top, and just walks that one into the top left corner over Atomic. 2-0 Oxygen. We've only been a minute 20 in the game as well.
I keep getting worried whenever I see the Oxygen kickoff, but at least playing them pretty well in this. Okay. Oh, Chicago's redeemed himself.
He almost took that one too casually, thinking he could just wedge it in, but a great save coming through. As you said, G2 just making it work, and this is their best chance yet. Chicago, not the best touch that he wanted. Oxygen able to work it downfield. EXO, little chain dash off the sidewall. We love that. And Oxygen very in control at this stage.
Best touch, but Atomic couldn't do anything with it. Now Jorius, a little bit of time. JNAPS realized that could not afford to let the talisman for this series really get on the way of the ball. JNAPS over to an EXO that was very prepared for it and might have wanted a better touch. Now Chicago tries to pass to Atomic. I like Oxygen trying really hard to just cover the passing lanes, get the interceptions. How they got that second goal. G2, they need to be very careful.
Focusing on positioning over pace as well is huge. Coming through from Oxygen. You see it there again. They're just, as you said, sitting in the holes, using or conserving as much boost as they can. Flip reset, blocked out by Atomic. Oxygen still in the attack. Jory's working the way forward. 50 with JNAPS. Atomic's here. Does get the dink, but look at Oxygen sitting so deep. They know it's similar to Joris in the ones game, Shogun. They just know the situation they're in. They don't need to score. Got the 2-goal lead. They're making G2 come forward at them.
We're seeing a lot of teams find success with just getting the early lead and then playing a lot more defensively. Monkeys yesterday were sort of the kings of the 1-0. Not necessarily having the best of times with it right now against Twisted Minds. They're 2-1 down in game number 1 over on the A stream. Over here, G2 Esports would love for it to be 2-1. They'd give anything for it to be 2-1. Oxygen have kept them to the clean sheet.
The interesting thing is on this next game as well, if Oxygen can close this out, who do G2 lean on in the 2v2 format? You think Atomic's going to be there, but it would be Chicago or JNAPS, or perhaps both of them. Do they rest Atomic? Here's another chance, though. The threes game certainly well and truly still alive. Just over a minute left, but G2 need to get their first on the board because they don't want to leave 2 goals too late. Too much to do at the end of the game against Oxygen. We're just looking to close it down.
Going low. JNAPS with bump attempts coming through from the rest of the team, but everyone's already jumped. There's no one to find to bump over there. And 50 seconds left. Oxygen have taken all of the sting out of this game.
Just so good at saving all their boost. And as you said, just sitting in the hole with the demo. No! JNAPS has put it wide off the demo. Perhaps not expecting that to come through, not trusting it, but that could have been the goal. There's still a chance. He's going low, got the reset, goes low. Atomic's there for the 50. Where is Chicago? Gonna work it in now. Tries to get it over the top of the 50. That's got to be game right here. G2, they just can't find a way through. Oxygen, a professional 2-0 hold. And grabbing the lead after losing the first game of the series.
It's the worst thing in the world is losing a couple of goals against Jorius, because you just see every time he's on the ball, he's kind of just taking 10 seconds off the clock whenever he wants to. You know, the double flip resets, forcing the challenge at the end. There's no real pace to what he's doing, but that's not up to him. It is up to you to go and prevent it. And now we head over to the twos. We've not seen a team, you know, split the roster necessarily. So when we're saying we're expecting Atomic, That's because, well, to this point, nobody has decided to go, all right, designated ones player, and the rest of the team is playing twos.
I'm excited. It was Archie and Eek, so it's now going to be 2v2, Jorius and Archie taking on Atomic and Chicago for G2. Very interesting. Oxygen changing their twos lineup from earlier on in the tournament. Against Ground Zero, it was Archie and Eekso. Jorius deciding to hop in. He's feeling hot right now. This is their first 2v2 lineup with Archie and Jorius. And obviously, Chicago, this is the first twos match for G2 for the tournament. And it's going to be Chicago and Atomic. I thought Jnaps might be in there, but clearly not the twos main. He's the threes boy.
Yep, so that'll be his duty. And he would love to play one more threes game, but it is not up to him. It is up to his teammates to get him to that point, to send us to Neo Tokyo. Or can Oxygen close this out? I mean, if the two series going on at the moment go Europe's way, everyone that hates hearing about European depth will hate everything, because that would be Oxygen over the top of G2 and Monkeys over the top of Twisted Minds.
Yeah, they're just taking names left, right, and center, collecting bounties almost from other regions. Is it a great pinch from Joris again? It's an interesting strat, as we said. It's the first time that Archie and Jorius have played twos so far. The previous 2v2 games were with Exo and Archie and Jnaps.
It is Jnaps.
Well, hang on a minute. We've been lied to again. We've been flat out lied to. We've been trolled. And I'm not happy about it. Jnaps is going to be taking twos, and he is showing up.
Listen, I'm okay with a lot of things, but I'm not okay with being bamboozled. And G2 should not be happy with being bamboozled either, because well, that's kind of what's happened off this kickoff.
Another kickoff goal, Archie just... It's a great strat. You just sort of kill it slightly backwards. And obviously, your man is going to be the first to the ball if it's on your side of the pitch. Keep it on that side, win the kickoff. They've been rewarded with a goal. I'm changing up the hardest so they can't get that cheap goal again. Atomic right there. Jnaps backs off, and now he's in. Joris is in trouble, has to go. He's got low boost. Does control it onto the wall.
Oh, they try for the bump play, and it's going to be an awkward recovery. Atomic needed to get some contact that gives Jnaps time to get back, and you can see it's only just happened. 100 boost. Will be available to them later on in the play, and Jorius's touch has actually left him open. Squeezes the ball over the top. It's hit the crossbar, and it's hit the crossbar again. What is going on?
Jnaps, his radar, which is usually just a laser designated missile system, is just not on at all. He's missed plenty of shots so far in the 3v3. We're seeing it in the twos. Obviously got the first goal of the game, but that's so far high. It's one that he'd want back.
The last thing G2 need is old demons to resurface, because they are a team that has kind of been known for lots of shots, very few goals off those shots. And this certainly doesn't help, does it? Archie far too quick. And not for the first time. G2 on the transition back to defense in the twos games, they don't look like they've quite got that synced up.
That just shows how locked in Jorius is, though. Jnaps had actually beaten Jorius to the ball, but Jorius just went low on him and got the touch, got the dunk in the end. Whereas Jnaps just trying to be as fast as possible. This time it's Archie. These guys are just doing whatever they please. Great interception from Jnaps, but the demo is open, and Jorius does not want to put it away.
You know what I said, jumpers for goalposts earlier on? It actually does feel like that, where the person that owns the ball just says, nah, that one hit the crossbar. You can't see it, but it definitely did. What is going on? Just hit the target.
Just put it on the net. It seems so easy, but boy, oh boy, I've missed 8 million open nets in my life, and that's why I'm talking to the camera instead of playing the game.
It feels good, doesn't it, to talk about everyone else hitting the crossbar?
It's so easy to say instead of do when you're playing with everything on the line. Oh, no! It's just 50-50 his teammate.
Oh, that's so unfortunate for Jnaps. Well, I don't mind a ball side rotation, but when it happens like that,
I hate it.
Yeah, you suddenly hate the ball side rotation. You become Captain Hindsight and go, why on earth are you ball side rotating?
Dear oh dear, there's a miss from Archie though. Joris right there. He's covering each other so well, Oxygen. Ever since that first game, they've just clearly looked the better team. The 1v1 Joris locking it down. That's just got so much momentum. And now is JNAB's going to be able to do anything? Great touch from Joris. G2, under 2 minutes. Need 2 goals to stay alive in this upper bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what's on the line, winner makes the playoffs. Loser plays Vitality in the lower bracket to potentially be going home if you lose that one.
And we played the video earlier on of teams saying who they expect to qualify. Everyone pretty much followed the same pattern. Vitality upper bracket, and then themselves in the lower, which means no one expected this. No one would have predicted Oxygen or even really qualify, let alone through the upper bracket.
It's madness. It's absolute madness. Are they the guild esports of this season of Gamers8? We saw what they did last time out of nowhere, a team that wasn't exactly succeeding at the highest level internationally or in Europe, but in Gamers8, and they well and truly stepped up. This could be Oxygen's turn this time. That's a great shot, though, from Atomic. There's a chance for G2. The G2 army. Give them your prayers. 51 seconds left. What can they do? They need to stay alive in the upper bracket. You cannot drop and play Vitality down there in the lowers.
It was a very small mistake there from Archie as well. He just tried to turn aggressively, wanted to turn towards the ball, and he did it before the ball was even played, so when it went against him, no real room to recover from. Oh, that's a huge whiff. Who's first to it? Atomic. All right, he's comfortable. He's fine.
Oh, just turned a little bit too tight there for his own good as Joris now fakes it out. Where's Archie? What are they going to do this final 30? Can Archie just fake? Everyone puts a top in. It's gone wide. Joris follow up the bumps. It's absolute chaos. JNAB's 50'd out by Joris this time. 20 seconds
missed the boost.
G2 have to push forward. Joris misses boost, goes back for it. The touch will give one last chance. The demos. JNAB's trying to will them through. Archie gets the clear. It's straight to Atomic, but he's backed off. JNAB's, where are ya?
Pass down. Atomic takes the shots, and it's saved by Archie. G2 keeping the ball alive, but they are beat to the ball, and Oxygen move on through the upper bracket.
My, oh my, Oxygen took down Vitality. And now they take down G2. They've gone 3-0 in the group stage, upper bracket. Sent down ground zero as well for good measure. And they are the first team at Gamers8 to qualify for the playoffs. They'll be first seed coming out of Group A. Phenomenal performance from them. It was a very tough group to go into. And they have passed with flying colors. But that G2 team you see right there will be down in the lower bracket.